This is Common Sense, and I'm William Ferguson. On this issue, I would like to look at Mr. Trump and the mainstream media. Let's start with the mainstream media and how it seems to me that they want a socialist society. Now, why they want this, I have no idea. I really don't. Um, it just doesn't make sense. Why would they want that? And I really don't see a lot of negative talk about Antifa, Black Lives Matter, and all the rest of those groups that are being violent in the United States, causing riots, tearing stuff up, burning things down. It doesn't make sense why they're doing that. But yet it does. Okay? It does because there are people that are so bent on getting Donald Trump out of the White House as soon as they can. If it takes the rest of his term in office, so be it to them. Okay? They want him out. And the mainstream media, who I am going to deem the propaganda ministry, they want to be able to come up with a little history of Donald Trump's tenure in the White House and say, well, look at all the rioting, look at all the violence, look at all of this negativity, and they want to get probably a criminal, someone like Hillary Clinton. She's a good criminal. She hadn't got caught yet. So just let's keep pressing on the violence. Get violence going. Let's be violent, so that we can blame the president for all this violence and everything going awry. Let's push for open borders. That way, the people from socialist countries can come into the United States and press socialism from the countries that they come from onto the American citizens, so that they will have some kind of an idea of what to expect when socialism takes over the United States. And of course, the propaganda ministry will be there to keep the citizens informed of all the lies they can come up with, and and then eventually they'll do away with the Constitution, and then it'll be some idiot moron that has no idea about anything in the White House. Well, it won't be the White House anymore, will it? I guess it'll be Washington D.C. Palace, and he'll reign from there and destroy the country. From there. Basically, in socialist societies, all the money goes to one person, and then that one person says, okay, well, you're the propaganda ministry, so you get a bunch of money. You are my supporters. You are with me, so you get a bunch of money. You people don't talk bad about me, and so you get a bunch of money. But but the rest of the people, you just work, and the king will take your money, and you'll have nothing. Okay, you'll try to get health care, and before you get health care, you'll die. So they want all the good things in life. Okay, but that's not what Donald Trump wants, the president. Okay, President Trump wants what Texans are showing the world. He wants unity. He wants others to help others. He wants strangers to help strangers, neighbor to help neighbor. He wants the United States to come together, not divide. Because if you watch Texans, they ain't taking nothing from nobody, okay? They don't care what color they are, they're helping them. They don't care how old or young they are, they're helping them. They don't care if it's a man or a woman, they're helping them. Heck, they don't even care if it's a dog or a cat, they're helping them. They're helping everybody. And nobody is complaining. I haven't heard a single person complain, except there was one woman that complained about, let's see, it was, a CNN reporter sticking a microphone in her face while she was standing there shivering with her kids soaking wet. Well, that's, that's what CNN and MSNBC and ABC and CBS and all them, that's what they want, okay? So when you watch those news channels, just remember that. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. The poor young woman that was standing there shivering, getting a microphone stuck in her face by a CNN. I can't even call her a reporter. She had nothing. She had nothing, and that was sick. Okay, that was just absolutely. That's like going into a war zone, finding some guy breathing his last breath and sticking a microphone in his face. Hey, what was it like? No, okay, that is not what the people of America that voted President Trump into the presidency want. That is not what Texans want. And hey, just a little secret to you guys. I'm a Texan. I live here in Texas, so there you go. And then then CNN wanted to say, well, the president's wife is wearing high heels to get onto a helicopter to fly over to Andrews and get on Air Force One, and so what help is that to the hurricane victims? And it's like, can you find anything else to talk about? I mean, like maybe support for the hurricane victims, or run like help numbers, like the Red Cross, Salvation Army, Samaritan's Purse, and all that. Do something productive for once, okay? And stop being so stupid. I just, okay, Americans aren't that, well, some of them are. Some of them are that stupid, but the majority of Americans aren't stupid, okay? So stop acting like we are. Now, President Trump went down to Corpus Christi, which was something that I salute him for. That was an excellent idea. He got down here. That way he had everybody in the state government to be able to brief him on what was going on, what was needed, what was going where, how they were going to do things. He got a good briefing on that. And the biggest thing is, just like when George Bush flew over Katrina, and you guys from the mainstream media decided, ooh, that was the most evil thing in the whole world to do. No, it wasn't. It was actually one of the smartest things he could do, because when the president goes somewhere, he has to bring bodyguards and all kinds of people with him. And so that was a good idea for George Bush, just to fly over, get a good view of what was going on. And so President Trump, he looked at that and said, hey, you know what? We're going to go down to Corpus Christi. We're not going to interfere with rescue operations. We're not going to interfere with anything going on down there. But he wanted to get a first ear hearing of what was going on, so they gave him a briefing on what was going on. And he went back to Washington and said, all right, this is what we're going to do. And he got down to it. He got down to the business of helping the people. Not like the natural disaster that Obama went through. He was out on a golf course playing golf while the people were dealing with a flood. I believe that the governor of the state, I believe it was Louisiana, he declared it was a state of emergency and that he needed federal funding to help him out. And Obama was on the golf course because he didn't give a crap about anybody but himself. So, you know, and it really scares me because the left wing, the liberals, the propaganda ministry, there's a lot of people out there. They want a Obama-like president, somebody that's lazy, doesn't give a care about the American people. In fact, he cared so less about the American people, he came up with the Affordable Health Care Act, which basically, as I said earlier, it stole money from people, forcing them to buy insurance that really didn't need insurance. So there you go. And that's what, it seems that's what the liberals want. And so President Trump, he's going back down there Saturday, back actually into the disaster area, and he's going to take a look, see what's going on, visit with the people, let them know that he's behind them, he's with them, unlike the past person that sat in the White House just to take up space, I think. But that's what Donald Trump's going to do, because he's the president, and he is a real president. I don't care what anybody says. Okay, he is a real president. He signed into declaration that Sunday is going to be a day of prayer for the victims of this disaster. Okay, you don't like it? Too bad. He's our president. He's my president. I have the greatest respect for the man. He's had prayer meetings in the Oval Office. I respect that. But he's a good man. He's doing his best. He's not a politician. I've been waiting to have a not politician in the White House for a long time, because Obama didn't have a backbone or cojones. President Bush, he was all right, but he didn't put his foot down, not like Donald Trump does. Clinton gave the country the biggest black eye ever, because no, we're not going into that. But you can tell how Clinton ran the country by what his wife was up to as the Secretary of State. And then before him was George H.W. Bush. He was another one that was president, but then you go back to my favorite president, Ronald Reagan. He actually did things. He came up with new ideas, and those new ideas worked. And so we have President Donald Trump doing his best, moving the country forward. He's down there showing that we're behind him, that he's behind the people of Texas, that he's there to help. He's not there to just have pictures taken of him or have the mainstream media try to make him look like an idiot, when all that does is make the mainstream media look like idiots. So I would like to propose this, because Texans are tough. We don't take crap from anybody. I myself would like to make President Donald Trump an honorary Texan, because he ain't taking no crap from nobody, and he's working his butt off to help the people of this United States. All right. Now, as usual, please pray for our president. He needs all the prayers he can get. He's having a tough time, especially with the propaganda ministry always poking at him. And please pray for the people in Texas. We're tough, we're resilient, but we still need prayer, especially the people in the hurricane ravaged areas. It's not funny and it's not fun, but it shows the world how Americans come together when there is need. All right. Please donate to charitable organizations. I've already made my donation to Samaritan's Purse. So please, these people need help. And that's another thing. President Donald Trump gave of his own money to help these people. I doubt that Barack Obama ever gave a dime to any charity. All right, that's all I have for now. Thank you for watching.